Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Alex Nunemaker Mortgage Podcast for the week of October 3rd, 2022. In market news, depending upon the day that you looked at rates, there were huge swings both up and down in the last week in the bond market. If you recall from last week's episode, the bond market lost 155 basis points in one day, which was, the biggest loss that we had seen since the pandemic. Since then, we've seen swings of 60, 80, 100 basis points in one day, both up and down, which has made forecasting interest rates in the short term incredibly difficult. And unfortunately, the big news today, as I'm recording this Wednesday, October 5th, is that OPEC has announced that they would be cutting oil production by 2 million barrels per day, which, as you can imagine, is not great for inflation news. As gas prices could rise, that is going to be reflected in inflationary numbers, and thus that is not great for mortgage bonds and mortgage rates here in the short term. Now, this has made it incredibly heart-wrenching for people who are currently looking, who can see rate differences of 1/4 to 0.5% on their interest rate in the same day. One answer to that is going to be our lock and shop program, which has become more and more popular, allows clients to lock in their rate while they're searching for a home. So I would let clients know that that's at least an option. While they are looking, they can lock in their rate and get off the interest rate roller coaster while they're looking. In the mortgage corner, I wanted to cover a product that can also help your clients who are experiencing some sticker shock. That's the Temporary Buydown. This could be a great option for someone to get into a home cheaply today and refinance later. So let's use a 2-1 buy down as an example. And for simplicity, let's assume the rate is 7%. When you're making an offer, the buyer needs to negotiate for the seller to pay the cost of this buy down. So the seller pays the difference of 2% of the mortgage interest for the first year and 1% of the mortgage interest for the second year. And what this allows the buyer to have, if the current rate is 7%, is an interest rate of 5% for the first year and 6% for the second year before arriving at the final rate of 7%. So it basically is a step up gradually over the course of those first 2 years. Now, if you've been following me, you're aware of all the indicators that are pointing to the strong possibility of being able to refinance in the next 1 to 2 years. So most people will be refinancing out of this loan before it arrives at its final rate. They get the benefit of that lower rate in the meantime. But here's what I really like about this product. If your client refinances at year 1, that second year of interest isn't just wasted. That second year and all the interest that is collected up front is sitting in an escrow account. And when that loan gets refinanced, gets paid off, that interest gets applied to the loan's payoff. So it actually reduces the principal of the loan being paid off, which really makes it a true win-win situation. They either get the lower rate for the full 2 years, or if it isn't all used before the client refinances, it reduces their principal. So if you've been having, someone who's been experiencing a little bit of rate shock, send them my way. This might be a good option for them. And another quick reminder as well that I want to mention, there's still that $7,500 to $10,000 in grants available to first-time homebuyers and community partners, people like teachers, firefighters, police officers, nurses. If you have anybody who fits that bill, they can get that money, again, $7,500 to $10,000 as a homebuyer grant to help them purchase a home today. And then finally, our quote of the week. Identify your problems, but give your power and energy to solutions. Have a great week, and if I can help you or any of your clients with any questions or pre-approvals, let me know. They can visit me at homeloanswithalex.com. Thank you, and have a great week.